to the baby daddies, the fathers, the baby mamas, and all of y'all out there. This is your boy, Dr. J.L. Adolph, better known as the Extra Large Professor with Dad Cypher. And I got a couple of quick topics I want to hit to you real quick. Okay, first of all, you know I'm living in the A. And for those who live in the A, well, actually, I'm in Decatur, that's greater, but that's besides the point. With that being said, you know, we always have these the water boys that are always on the side of the highway and that sort of thing. And these young men are trying to hustle and come up with money and that sort of thing, and you know, working, flexing their young entrepreneurial skills. So today, you know, I just handed the kid some money. I was like, you know what? I don't even want any water. I appreciate your hustle. Then he hit me and said, "Thanks, OG. God bless." And I'm like, man, I'm at OG status. I guess the gray in my beard should have let me know that I was at OG status, but you know, you always, it always hits you kind of weird. You're like, dang, I'm there. Hit down in the comments below and let me know, for those who are, you know, in those plus 30s and plus 40s and 50s. Let me know, for my dads out there, when did you know you became an OG? And, you know, how did you feel about that? I mean, I'm proud about that, I guess, because many of us don't get to live that long, hint, hint. So, you know, the fact that I'm at OG status, I guess, is a pretty good thing. Bless up on that. Now, with that being said, another quick issue. First and foremost, I'm very proud to say that a lot of men are being able to take advantage of paternity leave so that we can get a chance to bond with our children and that sort of thing, because fathers are just as important. However, I'm always, it amazes me, I'm seeing like this hate from a lot of mother bloggers. And these bloggers are saying, like, why should men get paternity leave, or why is this so special? And I get the fact that women have faced all kinds of atrocities when it comes to maternity leave, not being hired, not being paid fairly. However, with that being said, and I still say that every man out there should advocate for fair, equal pay across the board for everyone. But with that being said, I don't think it's a good idea to wage war against men who are getting paternity leave. I think it's an awesome thing to be able to bond with your child. I didn't have it at the time that my kids were young. And so with that being said, for my men out there, what are you going to do with that paternity leave? Especially if you grew up like myself, fatherless. When I was growing up fatherless, I lacked direction. I didn't, I felt powerless, and I didn't understand what would be my narrative and that sort of thing. So I want to hear from you about, you know, what do you plan on doing with your paternity leave and that sort of thing, especially for those new fathers. If you need any tips or anything like that, hit your boy up in the DMs and that sort of thing. I have a lot of fatherhood advice that I would like to share, especially with fatherless fathers. So hit your boy up. This is once again Dr. JL with the Dad Cypher, and holla at your boy. Peace.